Okay, so let's talk about fucking Instagram and psychologists, right? So like, one of my friends is a fucking psychologist, right? Like, this dude, like, just to give you some kind of like idea of like what kind of person this is and how I am in relation to who he is, I would not trust this fucking guy. I would not even tell this dude what I fucking ate for breakfast. Like, there's no way, like, in hell that I would ever trust this dude with any kind of information that I would even have relating to my personal life, simply because I know this individual and I know that they are like this kind of like judgmental, straight and narrow kind of person who is legit just following the rules because that's what they're supposed to do. Like, they've never strayed from it because, hey, like, fuck, how can you stray from the rules, you know? Like, that's the kind of people that I'm talking about right now. Like, these psychologists who are basically like you have to imagine, like, someone's going out there to this dude and like is asking him for advice, like like, holy shit, dude, this fucking dude if he were to see you in the street, man, he would fucking judge the shit out of you, and you're honestly gonna ask him for advice, man? Like, really, dude? Like, this dude who would like legit just fucking toss you aside like you were like last week's news, man. Like, with like every single dumbass opinion under the sun, like, that's concocted by complete morons who absolutely know nothing about what they're actually speaking on. You know, like, would you actually trust a dude like that? Like, hey man, like, yeah, I'm going through this thing with my wife and I kind of think I need your advice for like what you think I should do about this problem. And like, dude, like, how the fuck is this guy gonna know what it is that you want from him? Like, like, this dude is barely even like put any kind of introspection on himself, let alone putting it onto your life, you know? Like, he's barely even delved into like what makes him who he is. Like, how is he gonna fucking understand what makes you who you are, you know? Like, I understand, you know, like, yeah, like, it helps a lot of people. Like, okay, yeah, sure, it helps a lot of people, but you have to get like the fact that to someone else, that guy is someone that they know, and it's your psychologist, you know? Like, whereas to them it's like, oh yeah, they know this dude and they know who this person is, and that's why they wouldn't readily trust him. You know what I'm saying? Like, to you it's like this person who's like completely, like, to you it seems like it's unbiased and whatever, and yeah, they could not possibly have any kind of, like, why would they have a bias, you know? Because they're impartial to your situation. They don't even know who the fuck you are. But a person who knows them will know, like, that person has their biases, you know, and they have their opinions, and a lot of the time they might be using what they've learned to kind of enforce those opinions upon people who come to look for them, like, basically to ask them for advice, you know? Like, basically, if I were to be like, if I were to go like to this dude, right, and say to him, hey man, I'm a fucking, like, I'm a drug addict, dude, like, and I need help getting out of this situation. Like, this dude would not be able to tell me a fucking thing like that would even be able to remotely help me, because he's like the complete opposite of what, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's the kind of guy who he would make you go on drugs. Like, like, this is the kind of dude who, like, if you fucking met him, like, you'd probably be like, oh, no, I think I need to fucking use drugs just to not end up like that, you know? Like, like, it's that kind of shit, you know? I mean, like, not to diss the guy or anything, but, you know, like, how can you fucking give advice to people when you yourself are so fucking inexperienced with life, dude? Like, like,